everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski, and Jay, we have a lot to get to today.
We do.
Next, should we just lead off with what the next episode will be?
Yeah, the next episode will be Selection Sunday for March Fatness. Ooh. Hell yes. That snuck up on us.
I know, right?
As it does every year.
Yes.
I don't know what we're.
It's a tradition unlike any other.
It really is, but that's. And of course, someone brought this up to me, so people do think about it.
Now we would like to give a warm welcome to our governor, J.B. Brisker. Let's make some noise.
Stop texting me, every politician ever.
Oh my God. Or just you can't watch a TV at this point.
You can't. It's either political ads or you're dying from taking this medicine that's supposed to prevent you from dying.
Right.
Do not take Keytruda if you're allergic to Keytruda.
Right.
If you're bleeding out your butthole, that's bad. Don't do that.
Or take this other thing that'll prevent bleeding out the butthole.
Right.
But it will also cause it will cause pus to come out of your ears.
Right. But you won't be itchy, so that's good.
Right.
Oh, Lord. Well, thanks for being with us. We do have a lot to get to. Follow us on all the socials at I'm Fat Pod, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Make sure you follow us there. Make sure you subscribe there. You may have noticed that last week's show had some ads pop up. For you, that's bad. For us, that's good. So we're sorry. We will limit them as best we can. Mm-hmm. But, we got to pay for stuff. We got to pay for the StreamYard. We got to pay for the stuff. So, those will be happening as limited as possible. But those will be, now that we've built the channel up a little bit, it's part of the YouTube deal. So we appreciate you being here. Hit the like button. Just want to be transparent about it. That's all. Mm-hmm. Merch. I'mFatMerch.com. What else? Everything else? I think we're good. I think we got everything.
Yeah, reviews, all that.
Yeah.
Likes.
5-star reviews are great.
Yeah.
All that jazz. All right. Everyone sent us this. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start with it. Because they're forcing me to say nice things about the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
And I don't love it. This came out, I believe, yesterday. Front Office Sports and a bunch of other places put this out. The Cardinals are now launching Coca-Cola Unlimited tickets starting at $29, including all-you-can-eat concessions. So they have listed here soda, hot dogs, chicken tenders, bratwurst, nachos, fries, popcorn, peanuts, chips, and ice cream. Unlimited.
Hold on. Why didn't you correct the first one?
Pap.
Thank you.
Because it's St. Louis.
Oh. They could learn a few things from us.
Yes, they could.
But not this. This is great.
Yeah, no, this is solid. Don't they is St. Louis one of the places that calls everything Coke? Like, give me a Sprite Coke and give me a Dr. Pepper Coke. Like, instead of saying soda or pop, they just call every soda Coke.
Out.
Yeah, I think so. I know that happens at least in Atlanta or that area. Anyway, so I'm assuming $29 is the ticket too?
I would think so.
Or is it now a better way to do this from a business perspective is you buy a ticket to the game, then you could add this for $29.
Sure.
Unlimited concessions. If this is a ticket to the game and unlimited concessions,
then your team is going to really suck.
Yes, they're going to fold.
Yeah.
They're going to fold as an organization because I will go to Cardinals games for that. That's I haven't been to New Busch Stadium. Thank you. I went to the old Busch Stadium. Have not been to the new one yet. But this would get me there. If it's $29 for a ticket and unlimited food.
Right. You will get all in that bush.
By Cracky. So here's the question, though. $29. Like, what is your strategy on this? Or you just, it's unlimited, so you don't really have one. Just go try whatever you want and do your thing.
And what is it from Hitch? Basic principles. There are none.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would probably start out. I feel like a hot dog is the baseline. So I need to like start with a hot dog, maybe add something a little lighter with it. So like hot dog and nachos.
Okay.
Then maybe build off of that. Like get the essentials out of the way. Like your core, the spine of your ballpark food pyramid, and then build out from there.
Yeah, there's some things that if I go to a ball game, I have to have.
Yes.
And a hot dog is one of them. I will also say, I feel like peanuts become that, but I often wonder if the peanuts are because I want to keep eating at the game, but I don't want to keep paying for food, and it's just filler. It's just like, keeps my hands busy. So if I could just choose from anything, I don't know if peanuts would be on the map.
Well, we know they wouldn't for me, but that's a me thing.
Of course.
It's tough being correct. But, yeah, I think after that, like, ice cream, I think would actually be somewhere in the middle for me, because I would probably need to break up all the salty.
Yeah.
And just, like, get some sweet involved. And then you can go back to popcorn or whatever it ends up being the next course, whether it's tenders or something like that.
Yeah, I'm starting dog. I'm probably going nachos for sure. Mm-hmm. And then I'll do something sweet, and then I'll probably chase it with something like you're saying, like a popcorn or peanuts.
Yeah.
Just to end the day off. But if you're buying that at a game, let's see, you'd say like a brat or a dog is probably like $9 at a ball game.
Sure. You get 3-4 items and you've paid for it.
You get some weird.
And that's including drinks.
Oh, what the hell? Yes, that's a really good value. So congrats to the St. Louis Cardinals for not doing something moronic.
Right. Nice to know that the best fans in baseball will also be some of the fattest fans in baseball.
They have to be.
Weren't already.
The best fans in baseball always have to be bribed when their team isn't in first place. Mm-hmm. But that's what makes them the best fans in baseball, is they only go when team's good. And yeah. That's that. I hate that. I'm so glad that organization is heading the way it's heading. By the way, have you ever seen their GM?
No.
What is his name? He looks like a time traveler.
So he has a mustache?
No.
Oh.
His name is Chaim Bloom.
Oh, that guy.
And he looks like Dean Martin. Here, I'm going to pull up.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to try to share this. You know how this goes.
God.
Old man with technology. Always fails us. But where'd it go? Here you go. Like, doesn't he look like a guy from the 50s or 60s? Like, well, honey,
absolutely does.
I'm home from work, dear.
Yes.
Oh, I whipped you up a nice Salisbury steak. Like, he just has that look to him of like just from the 50s.
Yes.
And I think he's real young.
43.
Damn it.
There's no chance.
No, we know he's not from the 50s.
Right.
But yeah, that guy looks real young and real old at the same time. Like old-timey.
Right.
Like, I feel like his pants should be like here, and he would wear like a bowling shirt like tucked into the pants.
Yes.
Comes home and has a pipe.
Yeah, like he almost has like a mix between Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. there a little bit.
A little bit. Yes, a little bit. Chaim Bloom. It's also kind of like an old-timey name.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's an interesting guy who is ruining the Cardinals. Good job.
Yeah.
Our buddy Rush Schneider chimes in. Do the 9 dogs, 9 beers, 9 inning challenge. Have you heard about this?
No, but I think I follow.
Yeah, it's not a complicated concept. We had somebody at CHGO try to do it, Stephen Nicholas, who is not fat at all, but can eat like the fattest person you've ever seen. And I think he got through like 5 innings or something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, when you think about it, a hot dog an inning is like a long time. It's like 20 minutes.
It can be.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now, mind you, this is
And it's a full inning, not a half inning.
right. This is exponentially worse what I did. But I was also 21 and even more of an idiot than I am now. Where for my buddy Marty's 21st birthday, the day after the party at his parents' place, there was still, I think, at least a pony keg left. So we're like, okay, well, now it's a Sunday. They're both Chicago teams were playing day baseball, so we had Cubs on the TV because it was his birthday weekend, and the White Sox on the radio. And we decided we were each going to have to finish our beers at the end of every half inning of both games.
Oh, my God.
Oh, buddy.
Dude.
We were more drunk than the day before when everybody was there. There were like 4 of us that were going at this. And I mean, it was one of the sloppiest days that I've had.
Were you doing like solo cups, or what was your vehicle for the beer?
It was like solo cups. At least it was, and this was outside too that we were doing this.
Oh yeah.
It was like right at the beginning of the school year. Like we're talking August, September, outside, just pounding. At least it was light beers, but you know, it was probably Bud Light.
Oh, much better.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry, it's light beer that I had 35 of.
At least at the time I was more equipped for that. Now it gets rough.
No, that's too much. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I would get so full. I would try it, but I feel like I can maybe do the hot dogs. Mm-hmm. Like if it was a dog an inning,
Yeah,
it would be hard, but I could probably get it done.
that's what she said.
If we're not, no, she didn't. If we were talking about like, if I didn't have to run the hot dog through the garden and have like full on toppings,
Sure.
If I could just do like ketchup or mustard or
Yeah,
like,
I think
whatever,
I
like,
think that'd be acceptable.
yeah, I think so. I could probably do 9 in the course of a game. 9 in, so like what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
It would be difficult, but I think I could do it. But the beers just get you. You're so full, and then you're starting to feel like, and you're not feeling good, and you start to get a little nauseated. So that's where you really tap out.
Yep.
That's what Russ said. He says, I've seen videos of people doing this, and the beers fill you up, and then you get messed up.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world.
No interest on this end. Me in my 20s would absolutely do it.
Yeah. Speaking of mixing your salty concessions with sweet concessions, have you seen what our friends at Dairy Queen are doing?
I don't know that I have.
This is the flamethrower chicken strip basket. So spicy tenders, comes with fries, looks like some Texas toast, served with a soft serve in a cup. So you get
yes.
ice cream. Now, okay, I like this concept. Right?
Yes.
Something to beat the heat. We've all seen hot ones.
Yeah.
You need something to kill the heat. Mm-hmm. However, there's a key word here on the description. With a soft serve dip. Mm-hmm. So to me, the implication is that you're supposed to dip your chicken tenders in the ice cream.
Yeah, that part's not great.
Okay. Now I thought so too. Yeah. However, have you dipped your Wendy's French fries into a Frosty?
I have. I don't like it as much as most.
Okay.
Doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means a lot of people are like, oh my God, that's the only way I'll have Wendy's fries anymore. Which, mind you, is probably more of a statement on the fries than anything else.
Yeah, they're not great.
Yeah. But, and I'm actually a vanilla Frosty over a chocolate Frosty person.
I'm pretty much 50-50 on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go either way.
I like this as a concept from the business side of Dairy Queen to try and get people to eat their non-ice cream.
It's a slight notch above Sonic's food.
Yeah, like how many times in your life have you had the actual non-ice cream from Dairy Queen?
Maybe 3.
That's about where I'm at.
Yeah.
And not since I think I was in college.
Yeah, I think one time I went to there's one on Southport and Grace-ish in Wrigleyville when I lived in that area. And I think it might have been the only thing open at the time, or I needed something quick. So I got like tenders or a burger. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was not very memorable.
When life gives you constraints, we're here.
Exactly. And of course, the Dairy Queen by us does not have food. We have like just a traditional walk up ice cream only Dairy Queen. So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so since we've had a pod, I've had a couple different Italian places
Okay.
that have been wonderful. The first one is the one with the pictures. I think it was like the day after we recorded last, which is funny. Sam and I went to Mio Moto, which is an Italian place, 200 South 2nd Street in St. Charles.
All right.
So it's pretty much the downtown area, just off of North Avenue. It's like we parked on the other end of where there's now the Whole Foods in downtown St. Charles, where it used to be the Blue Goose, I think was the name of the grocery store that went out. And now it's the Whole Foods, but whatever. Either way, really cool inside of this place. Not the biggest building you're ever going to see, but this really cool, like you walk in and there's like seating to the right, and then you kind of go around. There's a bar, a big U bar in the middle, which is really cool. Like the decor's awesome. Like it feels like pretty authentic, but also kind of modern. And the food was pretty damn awesome. So I ended up, as it seems like has turned into my default now, is just rigatoni vodka for pretty much everything.
I mean, can't really go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's a vodka sauce with rigatoni, which is delicious, and sliced up sausage. Yes. Also, just like with other items, I wasn't expecting to get asked how much cheese I want on top of this, but as you can tell by looking at the picture, if you're watching on the YouTubes, I let the guy go for a while. I let him cook.
You just looked at him.
Yep.
Keep going. Yep. Keep going. Good job.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yep. And then I said I was good. So it was just really good quality Italian food, like flavorful, not like I feel like some places that are maybe more traditional, which I wouldn't necessarily, this place has like a lot of traditional aspects, but it feels like it's got a modern flair to it. Really good. Like really high quality, like depth of flavor. You get every bit of whatever's in there, you're getting that taste, and it's like high quality in that regard.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of, and then we got the dessert. We got dessert too, because we were like, the food was so good, the drinks were good as well. I forget what we both got to drink, but I remember like we each got cocktails, and they were both, actually no, Sam got wine, I got a cocktail, and they were wonderful and had a good variety of both.
Okay.
So it's a very good like date night spot.
Nice.
That I thought was absolutely fantastic. And we got dessert, which was like,
You sure did.
yes, we did. Oh, buddy. That is a brownie with ice cream
It is indeed.
and raspberry.
Yes.
That can't go wrong.
No.
And it didn't. It
Is
was
that like
wonderful.
crumbled pie crust on that?
Yes. I was trying to remember if it was like the brownie itself or like, but yeah, it's like next level.
That looks like the perfect density of a brownie. The perfect size. I like when the top of the brownie has kind of like the cracked crust
Yes.
on top. I don't know how else to refer to that, but almost like a dried out desert.
Yes.
Like it look, and it's this a little bit cracked baked on top, and then the actual cake underneath that is a little bit darker. Usually you'll throw some powdered sugar on that bad boy and call it a day.
Yes.
But the ice cream with the crumbled pie crust on top looks fantastic. Mm-hmm. And you with your raspberry, buddy. That is your
Dude.
move.
I am but a simple man, and you can win me over with raspberry fairly easily.
Yeah, I mean, that's chocolate raspberry. It's just a great combination.
It really is. Like it is. It's like turned into my go-to at Culver's for a concrete is the Dove chocolate and raspberry. Like, it's so good, man.
And that Dove chocolate too is like an extra level.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Not that like, Hershey's or whatever else is bad, but Dove is just, for whatever reason, Dove seems to really work well with ice cream.
Yes, it does. I wonder if it's because it's like kind of smoother in general.
Yeah, it's not as, I don't know. It's not as firm. It's like a softer chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a softer, creamier chocolate.
Yeah.
So again, that's Miyamoto, 200 South 2nd Street in St. Charles.
Okay. I will add it to the map.
Cool.
We do have an I'm Fat map. Look for it in our social media link trees.
Yes.
I tried a new place too.
Okay.
Hope and I had a random like weekday off day, as I do during hockey season. So we met out for lunch at Girl in the Park in Orland Park, 11265 West 159th Street. So like Western Orland Park, out that way. And I got to the chicken parm. And there's a look at the chicken parm. And that's on like a toasted ciabatta with the dipping sauce. I did get mac and cheese, but I didn't. It would like they brought me the wrong side. I think our orders got mixed up.
Okay.
I got like rice. I'm like, rice? He's like, oh, sorry, wrong table. And brought me the right thing. So you can see here, I have the sandwich opened.
Say that cheese pull though.
Well, here's why. Can you tell what that is? On the right piece of bread, that, my friend, is a mozzarella stick.
Oh.
There's another look. So this is a breaded chicken breast patty.
Okay.
Everything, by the way, at Girl in the Park is made from scratch. It's like made in the kitchen. It's not like GFS chicken patties, like deep fried. They bread. Everything is made in house. So a huge chicken breast patty. Then 2 of their gourmet mozzarella sticks on top of the chicken parm sandwich to add the pulley mozzarella served on garlic bread. This was awesome. We went in there, and the owner, I think her name is Jamie. She said, I'm the girl of Girl in the Park, and we just want you to know, like, we make everything fresh here. It will take a little longer than you're used to, but it's going to be worth it. We're like, cool. We have nowhere to be. Fine. It was like 10 minutes. It was like not a long wait at all. So it was delicious. The cheese sticks added a ton to like, the chicken parm. It was just the right kind of marinara, like a little bit thicker, not too, because sometimes it can be a little bit thin, and then it doesn't like add anything to the sandwich aside from tomatoey wetness.
Sure.
This was actually kind of a hearty marinara to dip in. I did actually end up dumping some of the marinara on top of it too, like, opened it and put some marinara in. But this was great. The menu was massive. They have so many things to choose from. It actually took us longer to choose what we wanted than it did for the food to arrive. I mean, they had like poppers and like pot pies, and then they had tacos, and they had pasta, and they had burgers, and it was really just a massive menu. And sometimes when I see a place like that, I'm a little concerned at like, do they do anything well?
Right.
Like, is it just a lot of random stuff and they're just trying to like satisfy everybody?
Sure.
No, the things we had were absolutely delicious. Hope got a chicken sandwich that she really, really loved. I'm just looking at the menu here. The Philly, they got a Philly. They've got a pimento burger. They've got a Reuben, a Cuban, a Puban. Like that. They have candied bacon. They have buffalo chicken dip, cheese curds, jalapeno popper dip. Like, really, whatever you're into. They've got nachos, BLTs, ahi tuna bites, bacon wrapped dates. Like, they've really got a massive menu. So if you're out in like Western Orland Park, again, 11265 West 159th Street. It's right next to the Anthony Caputo's Market, right there on 159th Street. And we went in there after. Dude, I love a nice like Italian grocery store.
Yeah.
It was cool. There's, those stores, the secret is pizza's like this too. Never shop in the aisles, like where the standard groceries are. Stick to the perimeter, get the specialties, and you're going to win every time. But man, Girl in the Park was really, really good. Go check them out in Orland Park. Website is girlinthepark.com.
The sticking to the outside made me think of Sam and I went to Costco on a Sunday.
Oof.
Dude, like I don't think I'm necessarily one that's, like I get messed up by crowds, but not necessarily like overstimulated, just like spatially.
Yeah.
And I was overstimulated and spatially messed up. So while Sam and I were there just getting a couple things, I was like, okay, let's go to the outside aisles. And God, that makes such a difference.
Dude, Costco is, everyone is always in everyone's way.
Yes.
And then there's people that, like, etiquette just goes completely out the window.
Yes, it does.
At Costco. And for forever, Hope and I had gone to the Orland one, and we're like, why is it always insane here? Mm-hmm. And we realized there's not really one within the area. So now we either make the extra drive out to Bolingbrook, because there's a couple in that area, so it's never as insane. Or I actually go to the one on, is it Ashland or Racine in the city? Like 18th and Ashland or somewhere like right there. And there's never a big crowd there. And it's easy to navigate, plenty of space, plenty of time. But on a weekend, dude, oh my God. Ooh. I still have PTSD from like when me and my mom would go to Costco. Before I knew my mom was like having her memory issues. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, she has dementia. She's in memory care. But like, as that those symptoms are coming on, I'm like, do you not recognize that you are dead stopped in the middle of an aisle here at Costco? Like,
see, sometimes I go with coworkers, and one of my coworkers will do that anyway.
Brett?
No, not even Brett. It's Brett and I will gang up on Hannah and just be like, because she'll just leave the cart to go get something off the shelf. It's like, no, get the cart out of the middle of the aisle. This isn't a median. This isn't serving as a median. You need to park. Get over to the side. Like the basics of the rules of the road still apply.
Right. You can't just put your flashers on and, stop in the middle.
Some people would look past it then, I guess, but the cart, not the.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get you fired, so I'm going to stop talking.
That's true. It's okay if you don't really have HR.
Is Hannah a? I'm going to stop.
Yeah, good call.
How can I? No, I'm not going to get you in trouble. Hannah, move over. That's it. That's all I will say. There's no way of me asking you, is she a P1 to the podcast?
No.
Without you getting in trouble. So I'm not going to.
Nope.
All right. Perfect.
Anywho.
Okay. I just got your private chat.
So.
Moving on.
Yes,
you know how easily we got to do a read here in a second.
Oh, yeah.
But what the hell? We mentioned. I mentioned Girl in the Park, and I went very quickly to their menu page, and I was able to see the food they offer. This is my new. Oh my God! I want to murder somebody.
Okay.
If you're a restaurant, and I want to go to your website to see what you have. Mm-hmm. Do not make me choose takeout or delivery. Just show me the menu. Because inevitably, when I go to like order now, I have to go through this weird like build everything menu. Just show me what you have. Put a PDF of your menu on the homepage and let me look at it before you force me into the ordering part.
It's so annoying, and depending on what what app they use for their ordering, there might not even be descriptions. So if that's your only way to look at the menu, all you have is the title. You don't know what's in the food. Like this, I 1,000% agree with. This is the dumbest thing out there. Just, you know what you're making me do? By trying to force me into the ordering screen, you're making me want to push back twice as hard.
Right.
And be like, I'm not just not ordering now. I'm not going to consider you for a while. So just do me the courtesy of having that. It's one thing if it's easier to click on order now than find the menu, which might be in like a drop down or something. That's fine. I will take the extra step to go to that menu and ignore your order now button. But give me the option.
Yeah, I need a description. I need a picture.
Yes.
Of everything. Like, I don't want to have to, like, I went to one today. There's a place opened by us called Hawaiian Bros. I guess there's one in the Sears Tower that everybody likes. And I went to their page. I'm like, I don't know what any of this is. It would just say like the item.
Yeah.
It was like Hawaiian chicken or like Hawaiian Bros chicken. I'm like, what is that? I don't know what does that mean? All I know is I'm getting chicken.
Yeah.
Is there a sauce on it? Is it fried? Is it grilled? Is it a kebab? I don't know. It drives me insane. And I understand like a lot of these, and I'll add some grace here, right? Like a lot of these are small businesses adjusting to the world of DoorDash and whatever it might be. So they want a website that can handle online ordering. So they have to do it. But I think you could build a page, or even on the page, if you do have an order page, say, just view our menu and have a little link to a PDF on there.
Yeah.
I get that, like, you've got to get the website that suits your business accordingly.
Sure.
But there's got to be a way for us to be able to see the food that's there and a description and a picture of what it is. And Russ says sometimes I'll go to Yelp. That's what I do. I'll go to Yelp and what I actually hate using Yelp because I type in a specific place to Yelp. Hawaiian Bros, Homewood. Boom. Type it in. Then I get 4 suggested places. Jersey Mike's, Papa John's. Like, no, show me the place I want. Show me the place I'm looking up. And then inevitably you'll click the wrong place. But then you finally get to the pictures and there's someone with their phone, like, it's like all blurry. I will bail on a page more quickly than I'll say, like, all right, let me try to navigate this thing and find a description of this food.
Absolutely.
It's very irritating. For example, our friends at Fredo's. Fredo'sPizza.com. If you go there right now, you're going to go to the page, and it will open up an ordering form for you. Then you hit the X, and you can go to the menu, and you can see pictures
Yes.
and descriptions. Like right here, I just clicked on regular Fredo's menu. There it is. There's the adult mac and cheese with a very nice description of it. Applewood smoked bacon, penne pasta, grilled onions, cheddar, buffalo milk mozzarella, whole milk mozzarella, and provolone. There you go. That was easy enough. Hey, how big are your cheese sticks? They're huge. They're going to make your wife jealous. They're amazing. How many tater tots do I get? Oh, I get half a pound. Lovely. Great to know. All this information is there. That's what you want, including the I'm Fat Burger. I'll give you this description. Made in collaboration with Rick and Jay from the I'm Fat podcast. Barbecued
That's
pulled
us.
pork, topped with Wisconsin-aged cheddar mac and cheese and crunchy buttered breadcrumb. We layer on buffalo milk mozzarella, whole milk mozzarella, and sharp provolone on top of 2 Fredo's handmade burger patties. Finally, we drizzle whiskey barbecue sauce and hold this burger together on 2 thick Toronto, Texas toast. That is what we're talking about from a website that gives you a picture and a description of the food you're ordering. So go to Fredo'sPizza.com, get some of those wonderful things we talked about or more. Use our code I'm Fat and you will save 10% on your order. Or go stop into the restaurant, 628 South Roselle Road in Schaumburg.
That whiskey barbecue sauce, though.
Oof. That is perfect. The whiskey barbecue sauce of Fredo's, I stopped short of calling it a glaze.
It's definitely thin.
It is a thinner, but it's like a sticky, sweet, spicy.
Yes.
It's got it hits everything you like about barbecue sauce is hit by that whiskey barbecue sauce there. It's awesome. Spicy, sweet, sticky, delightful. It is awesome. The I'm Fat Burger is tremendous.
Yeah.
So get that.
So I mentioned going to Costco.
Yeah.
One of the things that was picked up at Costco because Sam and I just wanted to have like a nicer dinner. We've been trying to think of like fun meals for like me to help cook to kind of, dip my toe in the water.
Yeah.
Now,
good.
mind you, in the cooking portion of this, because the dog was being a terrorist, I didn't really end up getting to help. It was more like, hey, let's help with the laundry and keep the dog away from the food.
Fair.
Yeah, so it was with the best of intentions. But Sam did some research looking up, hey, where can you, outside of going to a butcher, where can you get some of the best steaks? And one that kept popping up was the rib cap from Costco.
The Rick Camp?
Yes.
Oh, nice. No,
And
Costco does have great steaks. That is true.
So we went, and as we were having internal meltdowns, the two of us, by just how packed it was,
Yes.
we found the case of steaks. We got said rib caps. And oh, buddy,
Yeah, those look good.
then making like garlic mashed potatoes too.
Yes.
I had not had the joy of a rib cap before.
Yeah, describe it to the audience for us.
Well, just essentially, like, because it was, tied together when you get it, that it's just, when made properly, as it was by Sam, shocking to nobody, like really buttery, flavorful, like, and because it's, it's kind of more wrapped than anything, like you get a little more texture, or a little more like, I guess texture to it too on the outside. The inside is just so buttery and it just melts perfectly. Having those juices flow right into the mashed potatoes as well.
Yep.
Like, when you want a steak where you're feeling, you feel like you're doing more than just, your average steak, like that is a fantastic option. And like price wise, reasonable. I mean, pretty much everything at Costco is, but like, reasonable to be able to do every once in a while for like a special occasion make.
So how did you prepare this? Or how did Sam prepare this, I guess, more fairly?
Yeah, that's fair. She actually did a reverse sear on it. Because I don't think she'd done a reverse sear before, or she either hadn't done it or hadn't done it in a while.
Okay.
And wanted to give that a spin. So in the oven, seared it at the end, and we were both kind of interested in that. And it was truly like awesome. Like, didn't have to. I think it was just like a little bit of salt, pepper. I don't believe there was anything crazy put on there.
You did it in a pan, not on the grill. Yeah,
correct. Yeah, sorry, in a pan. And it was freaking awesome.
Chance21 in the chat says, Rick, you got to get over your cooking fear. You can't screw up that badly, and if you screw up, so what? You dump it and get Qdoba. Take risks, bud. You can do this. Absolutely.
I mean, that is 100% true.
Yeah. I mean, like, especially like a steak.
Yes.
The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to overcook it.
Yeah.
And it's still steak.
Yeah, true.
And I would imagine if you're like me, when I'm cooking, I'm obsessive about it. Like, I hover, I don't leave stuff to cook. I'm there all the time. Like, when I make Charlie's chili, it's like a 2-hour process. Me just like sitting there stirring it, making sure it's not bubbling too much. Just, I am constantly monitoring it. So you're not going to screw anything up that badly. If it's undercooked or overcooked, you can't really go back. Sure. But undercooked, you just throw it in a little more.
Yeah.
The thing I struggle to cook the most is sausage. Like brats, Italian sausage. Like, it's really hard for me to get that just right.
Okay.
I don't really know why.
And is that on the grill or in a pan? Or
either way.
Either? Okay.
Honestly, yeah, either way, I struggle with it.
Okay.
And we actually had friends over and I undercooked a brat and she took a bite and I felt awful about it. And it kind of spooked me for a while, right?
Sure.
But if it was me, I'd be like, all right, I'll throw it back on the grill for 5 minutes and it'll be fine. But because it was a friend. Sure. But if anyone's got tips on like successfully grilling sausages or brats, like hit us up. I'm fatpod@gmail.com because I would love to know.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're trying. You're trying. You're getting it out there. You're doing your best. Just, I think you should find something. Just grab a cookbook. Find something that looks good and that's not overly complicated, and you can do it.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I'm really good at is the when to make what.
Oh, okay.
So like, if I'm preparing dinner for us, I know exactly, like, all right, I'm going to do this first because this will take the longest. And I'm going to put this in here and this in here. And hopefully it all comes out together at the same time.
Somebody has watched his fair share of food competition shows.
You would think that I really don't watch those a lot. I think I just have because I'm so obsessed about the timing of everything that I'm like, okay, grill, whatever, prepare. Like the other day I made spaghetti. Spaghetti's not hard to make, but it was spaghetti and I had sausage and I had marinara on the stove, and then I had garlic bread in the oven. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, garlic bread's 12 minutes. Boil the pasta, then the pasta cooks for 8. So I'm gonna once the pasta boils, then I'll throw the garlic bread in. I gotta let it preheat. Like I was like timing everything right, and everything came out like just together perfectly.
Nice.
So yeah, it's part of my, you know me. I have to like hyper focus on something to get it done right.
Yeah,
because that's how I cope with my ADHD. So yeah, it's come pretty natural. I do get nervous about it though.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to get to the point where I can just kind of enjoy it more. Mm-hmm. And Wuko Heed says the directions on brat packs are really low and slow. And I struggle with low and slow. Because usually I'm cooking something late.
Yeah.
You know, or I want to get it done somewhat quickly, and low and slow is right, but I almost feel like I never have time to do that.
Sure.
But I do appreciate the feedback. All right, we got a couple other things to get to. Then Ask a Fat. We got to tell you about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. Rick just got a new CX-50. I've got a CX-30 and a CX-5. This is the most Mazda podcast in the history of the world.
Right.
Rick has been talking about the last few weeks, just had a dynamite experience buying a new car there. From, you know, first step into the door to the last step out with a new car, everything went swimmingly. The service I get there every 5,000 miles is outstanding. In and out the door, car is cleaned while you're there. They tell you everything they're going to do. There's no surprises. There's nothing you didn't sign up for. Competitive prices with the dealer, you know, parts, which is good. You want that? Pay a little more for the dealer parts and for the dealer service. Is that your stomach?
No, that's somebody outside that could really stand to go to Mazda of Orland Park. Because,
Probably time for a Mazda. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm hoping that they just have they just have an asshole muffler on.
Oh yeah, could be.
But if not, they really need to get to Mazda of Orland Park like now.
Wouldn't that make more of a whistle sound? Anyway, yes, Mazda of OrlandPark.com, 8910 West 159th Street. I have one more. Yeah, exactly. Or sort of a sound. One more food thing, and then I want to get a couple non-foodies going for you guys. People sent us this too. Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
They did it. 48-ounce beverage buckets testing in select locations in New Hampshire and Massachusetts. 48 ounce
a bucket or a container instead of a cup.
Dude, how do you put that in your car?
Right.
Are you like riding on the train? Just like
that's
securing this thing?
Yes. Like, when I was living in Lombard, there's a Dunkin' like right across the street from the train station. God, I would love to see somebody do that.
Okay. So just for context, a 48-ounce bucket. They're calling it the beverage bucket at Dunkin'. If you're an iced coffee fan from Dunkin', and I am, don't get me wrong, their large is a 32-ounce.
Yeah.
And that is a big-ass iced coffee.
It's a large and a half.
A large and a half. You don't need this much coffee.
A liter is like 33 ounces. That's like basically a liter and a half of coffee.
Chaunce says, does the beverage bucket come with a package of diapers or giant Gatorade bottle to pee into? Well, yes, exactly.
No, you drink the bucket and then you refill the bucket yourself.
Yeah, it's clearly reusable.
Yeah.
I could never drink this much coffee.
Yeah. No.
Like, what's a big gulp? Like the biggest
sure.
big gulp. Biggest big gulp in ounces. Okay, they have the team. Oh my God, a double gulp is 64 ounces.
You know what's really sad?
What?
If I was forced to guess, 64 was going to be my answer.
Yeah, that's a double gulp. They do have a team gulp, which is a gallon. I've not seen that
Gotta
before.
pay extra for that.
Oh my goodness. 64. I think the biggest I've had has been the super big gulp, which is 44. But that's pop.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of ice in it. I'm not justifying it. I should never have 48 ounces of anything.
Right.
But
you know what I
coffee?
thought of? If you wanted to give someone a heart attack, give someone 48 ounces of the Mitchie Special.
Oh, good Lord.
Like, that was a...
Isn't it 5 espresso shots?
Yeah, 5 espresso shots in a large. So if you like extrapolate that out to 48 ounces, I will never forget my last day of interning. DJ Nozar made me. He was
Taking
like,
it
"Get
to the streets."
he was like, get a Mitchie special for yourself." So not only was I gagging down coffee, but also this shows what like time frame we're talking about. I was transcribing Troy Aikman cuts for the website, and I had the mouse in my hand like.
You don't even like coffee.
Yes, I don't like coffee, but I was and I'd never had espresso. I was tweaking,
Dude.
big time. I was like, I just
You're
want to
lucky
get
to
out
be
of here and
alive.
go home, because at that point, I'm pretty sure I had worked at Target the night before till like 1 a.m. Then had to be in the loop at 4:30 a.m. So I was working on like no sleep, and then I'm tweaking the F out on all this goddamn caffeine.
Well, it worked out. You stayed awake, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And the prediction from Parks and Rec has come true finally. The Paunch Burger prediction of the 128 ounce regular soda and the 512 ounce child size, because it is the size of a child.
Yes. That makes me think of so when we were all like newborns, because my dad was an over the road truck driver, he had the white and red, I forget the brand, like a cooler, like lunch cooler.
Oh, yeah, that's a standard issue lunch cooler.
Yes. So my dad would put us in there, and they would like keep track of when you were finally big enough to not fit in there anymore.
So you, the second you were born.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, that there is no brand. It's just the red and white cooler.
Yeah. It's got the handle and, the button.
It does have a brand, though. What is that?
No
Playmate.
idea. Yes.
And that is an igloo cooler. A Playmate is the model, but it is an igloo.
Sure
yes,
is.
the Playmate cooler. I knew there was something on there. I knew there was text on that cooler.
Yes.
All right, we got to do Ask a Fats. I want to run one thing by you, though. I think you might find this interesting as a music enjoyer.
Okay.
You may or may have not. I know you have. I know other people listening may or may not have heard of Sturgill Simpson, who now goes by the alias of Johnny Blue Skies for his last couple albums. His new album comes out next week. Announced it at the end of February and said the only way you can hear this is to buy the physical copy. So it's only available on vinyl, CD, or cassette. So I went on there and I ordered the vinyl because I would have done that anyway because I have a nice vinyl collection. And I was looking forward to hooking my laptop up to my record player and recording it onto Adobe Audition and then cutting every track and putting in so I could have it on my phone because my car does not have a CD player. So my only option is through my phone.
Yeah.
So on that it's only physical, no streaming at all. It's very interesting because I guess the math would be here. Is he going to sell enough copies to make up for what he would have gotten streaming wise? Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot of streams to get any sort of money.
Yeah.
So I think that this will actually probably work. Spotify pay per 1,000 listens. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, I am fascinated by that because it is one of those where at some point the model starts to break.
1,000 streams for a song will give you anywhere between $2 and $5.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about 1 million? Right? Mm-hmm. So if 1 million people listen to this album, it would be like $5,000 max. I think this is going to pay off for him.
Yeah.
That's
It's one of those
crazy.
where
1 million
unless you-
people, $5.
Yeah, that's insane.
$5,000. That's nuts.
That's one of those where unless you're like one of those elite, like it's probably not that worth it for you. Like there's at some point the algorithm, like the equation's broken.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just everywhere. We're learning that they call it late stage capitalism for a reason. Like it's just, it's starting to like, this is kind of, there's too few people with too much money, and it just doesn't. You know, most people are struggling, and there's a few, like 3 or 4 people that just control everything. Like it's the same thing in the music industry now, and it's an interesting flex for him.
Yes.
So now the caveat is yesterday. I guess a couple record stores got the album early, you know, just because they'll ship them and say they're embargoed, like do not release until the 13th or whatever it might be. But a couple places sold it, and then those people started like leaking the album on their own.
Okay.
So last night he was like, "F it, I'm putting the whole album on Spotify or on YouTube."
Oh.
Just released the album on YouTube as one long 45-minute file with timestamps on it for every song.
Okay.
And just said, have at it. Go listen to it on YouTube. Fine. To undercut the people that were trying to pirate it or whatever.
Sure.
It's really interesting. I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out. But I feel like he is kind of the perfect artist for this. And for those that don't know, he's kind of like, I'd stop short of calling him indie. He's a little bigger than that. Like he sold out the Allstate Arena.
Yeah.
But his audience is like an indie audience.
Yes.
He's not really mainstream. He's not on the radio. He's not, you know, he's big in his niche.
Yeah, he is like the tier just below being on the radio, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you've heard of Jason Isbell or Tyler Childers, he's in like that kind of
that vibe,
that stratosphere a little bit. So it'll be interesting. I think this will prove lucrative for him because he does have like a vinyl buying audience. See, that's the thing. Like if you're an artist that doesn't have like fans that collect or even just like have a vinyl player, it probably wouldn't work. But I think in vinyl sales, because I think he's charging like $25 for the record, which is not crazy,
right?
I think he's going to sell enough to justify not streaming it.
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated by the experiment, so we'll see how it goes. All right, we got to get to Ask a Fat, but before we do,
I have one last thing I want to do. I didn't tell you about this ahead of time.
Okay. I
don't know what made me think of this. It's just a non-food related thing, but it is a thing. So like I've mentioned the dog training stuff that we've had to, you know, like just training with Lulu and all that stuff. I don't think I mentioned this last time. It's more just to be able to say the term for what we're doing.
Okay.
Essentially, we're working on Lulu's ability to make good decisions and her, you know, maybe ignore some of her instincts. So one of the things we have to do is like go outside of PetSmart and watch people and dogs go in and go out from a distance.
Oh.
So, and literally just like we have our procedure, like she goes into a sit or a down. Someone goes, you know, basically crosses her. She notices somebody. They go in and out. And especially if it's a dog, if she doesn't react or just reacts well, we throw a party. Like kind of the thought process is then bring her away from the stressful situation a little bit, celebrate, and then reset and go back.
Okay.
And we've just labeled it dog cuckage. Because we're watching everybody go into the store, but we can't go into the store.
Yeah.
And it's the reaction to everybody living their lives and doing the thing. And we're in the metaphorical chair in the corner.
Yeah, you
outside of these places, like a PetSmart or whatever, just watching.
That's actually a really good idea. Like the only thing that Bailey does wrong is he barks at everybody that goes by.
Yeah.
To like an insane level. And we're like, dude, like you've lived here for 3 years. You know the mailman. It's the same guy every freaking day.
Yeah. I'm telling you, one thing that's helped us a lot is like we kind of went through the progression of collars and like did a slip lead. And then we were very iffy on a prong collar, but we were told to at least give it a try, see how it goes. Didn't end up being the best for Lulu, partially because she's stubborn as shit and didn't care that it was digging into her neck. So now we're on an e-collar. which I actually love the e-collar.
Is that is e-collar the...
It's got a remote.
Oh, okay.
So it's the one
okay.
where it just like zaps them a little bit, but that makes it sound worse than it is. So like essentially so like on this remote, there's a black button and a red button. The black button is kind of so here's an example. I'll ask Lulu to sit. Until her butt hits the ground, you're kind of just like tapping that black button. It's almost like just a tap on the shoulder is the equivalent of what it's supposed to be. And then if you do something bad, depending on your dog, and this is one thing that like the people at Hollywood Hounds have done an incredible job with us, is finding the right level, like basically programming it properly for your specific dog.
Okay.
Some dogs are going to be like Lulu, are going to be a little more stubborn to where they need more oomph to that red button, where it's like you essentially set, here's your baseline one, the black button.
Okay.
And then it'll be plus the red button is whatever that level is plus whatever.
Is it a noise or a shock or what is it?
It's a shock. So there's like a little thing, maybe, I don't know, a couple inches each way. That is like part of the collar. And it's just like you put it where it's supposed to be, kind of more on the side. And then like, they're not going to like the red button, but the thing is the red button is for when they do something wrong.
Yeah.
Like something really wrong. So like, for Lulu, it's if she's in place, which is like her little cot that she has. If she's supposed to be on there and she puts all 4 paws on the ground, red button. And then she'll kind of be like, oh shit, and go right back to where she was.
Okay.
And then after a while, once she's been there and reestablished herself, then she gets rewarded for it. And you keep going like that. And just like, yeah, I know it's a tangent and a long one, which is not great.
It's
We're already pushing an hour. But like, man, for one thing, just like the dog cuckage is funny as a term.
Yes.
And then just like the thought process behind everything. So whether it's like Danny and Megan at Hollywood Hounds that have like set up this whole program for Lulu, or shout out to Justin, who's the other trainer that's like their mentor that has come in and helped as well with Lulu. Because shocking, even though technically not, but she's like us, stubborn. So, it's a lot, but man, like the improvement that's been had is really incredible, even though there are still times where she's annoying. But she has improved so much to the point where she can almost be a functioning member of society soon.
No, that's the dream. And
Yeah.
I literally just got a text from Hope saying he was being an asshole outside. So I put him in the kennel and went to bed over it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Good job, Bailey, you dipshit. We'll get there someday, man. I don't know. I just like every time he gets up. So now it's been when he goes to like bark at somebody outside, I have to stand up. And then he'll back away from the window and go like lay down on the floor. But I can't be there all the time and I can't react to it all the time. But he knows it's bad. But it's just that like it's that instinct, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh, Lulu does this thing where Sam will play rougher with her than I will. So when I go like on the weekend, we'll be hanging out and I'll go upstairs and shower. So I'm away for 20 minutes. She will look up the stairs to see if I'm coming, and then go play rough or like try and bite Sam's hands. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah. Sean says, that sounds terrible. You have to stand up. Yeah, that does suck. Thank you, Chance, for noticing and for feeling my pain. All right, we got to do Ask a Fats. We're about to do it, but before we do, we want to talk about our friends at Nick and Ivy Brewing in downtown Lockport, 1026 South State Street. How about tomorrow, Tuesday, March 3rd? It is Pints and Pizza Tuesday. $19.99 for a pizza and 2 pints. Beat that anywhere.
Nice.
Wednesday, 3 to 9. They've got Blues and Brews at 7. Thursday, $5 pints from 3 to 6. Friday, improv comedy with skits and gigs at 8. You do need a ticket for that, so check that out at nickivybrewing.com. And then they've got a book fair and live music on Saturday and a soup cook-off on Sunday. Like we always tell you, there's always great stuff going on at Nick and Ivy. And oh yeah, their beer is insane. So go try any of their amazing beers. If you like beer in any way, shape, or form, you are going to love Nick and Ivy. They just released a new Scottish Ale wool socks and flip-flops, it's called. 7.4 ABV. It says the Scottish ale has a rich malty aroma with caramel, molasses, and a delicate hop flavor. Available on tap in the tap room and to go. So go get some of that or any of the great beers at Nick and Ivy. Again, 1026 South State Street. Follow them on Facebook at facebook.com/Nick and Ivy Brewing. That's NIKANDIVY Brewing or NickIvyBrewing.com. All right. We have finally reached the point where we ask the Fats and I stall trying to find the right sound effect, and here it is.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the Fats.
All right, since we don't do shows as often as we used to, I forgot to pull all the emails for Rick, so I'll be reading all the emails today. And this first one comes from Andrew, who says, "Hello, Fats. Not sure if you've come across these Simply Naked Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I know Jay's daughter had issues with food dye, so I thought I'd give him a taste test for scientific research as a volunteer lab rat. I find these at hot.
3, 2, 1.
I found these at Hy-Vee in Muscatine, Iowa. They taste pretty close to the original Flamin' Hots. I feel like they don't have quite as much flavor, but as a substitute for people that don't tolerate dyes well, these are good. Eating them in my truck in the parking lot as I type this. So I have seen these in the store. They're in a white bag with like a metallic logo for Cheetos, simply NKD, and they're just Cheetos without the colorful dust on them.
Interesting.
I wasn't sure exactly what those were when I saw them, but now with the review, I'll check them out. My daughter has grown out of her food dye allergy.
That's nice.
Thank God. When she was little, man, like any sort of food dye got her, and we thought it was red food dye, and then we got her Dippin' Dots, like the Oreo Dippin' Dots.
Okay.
And she like flat out like went hysterical. It was like scary. Like I thought we were gonna like put her in an institution.
Yeah.
It was wild, but fortunately, she's grown out of it. She'll be 16 in May, so she grew out of that. But
now she has Dippin' Dots every day.
she does love Dippin' Dots. I saw, by the way,
Imagine
at
not.
TJ Maxx,
Okay.
they're called like Dippin' Dots Bites, and they weren't ice cream. It was almost like it looked like cake pops. I was kind of curious about them, but I felt too fat to buy them.
Since when?
I know. I'll get them next time. All right. This next one comes from Brian from Glendale Heights. He says, was around Yorktown yesterday, decided on Penn Station for lunch, rolled into the parking lot, and I saw that Penn Station was no longer. A taco burrito establishment was moving in. Why aren't there more Penn Stations in the area? Better sandwiches than Potbelly or Subway. This is no good. Isn't this yours, Rick? The Yorktown one?
This is true.
Did you know
Honestly,
this?
It's an oversight that I didn't mention it. It
Oh,
has
man.
been recently that Penn Station has gone under.
Wow.
Which it's maybe it's the location. Like it wasn't the best location in the world, but man, like Penn Station is good. The quality of the bread is awesome. I love I just love their sandwiches. The cookies are really good. It's just one of those where I just don't understand why there's not more.
And fries are awesome.
Yes, like they always have stuff. Oh, hey, franchising opportunities, blah blah blah. But I want to chalk up a fair amount of it to location.
Yeah.
But man, that just does suck because, for one thing, I like the people there. Like shout out to Gordon and Kevin. And yes, I know them by name, and they knew me by name.
Yes.
No big deal.
They stood up to your wedding, if I'm not mistaken. Their speech was really touching.
Right.
It really was.
Would you like to give one small fresh to?
Well, so the only two that I'm aware of now are they're both in Indiana. There's one in Crown Point and one in Cherville. Not far from me, but far from everybody else. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's if you are looking for a franchising opportunity and you know of a better location than where it was, like it was kind of a weird spot because it was a little bit between Yorktown and Oakbrook.
It was hard to see.
Yes.
You had to
it was
be
like
looking
buried in the
for
middle
it.
of a strip mall.
Yeah.
Also, the new place, why am I going to a Mexican place that's like, I think it's called Emily's.
No. We won't be doing that.
No.
Nothing against her.
Sure.
Or her family. But yeah, that doesn't sound good. By the way, the one in Cherville is probably the closest to Chicagoland. That is on just north of Route 30 on 41.
How far is that going to be from the new Bear Stadium?
Not far at all.
Okay.
Oh boy. I
So
just
ready
love it.
for that to be done.
It's not going to happen. I know they're going to be in Arlington Heights,
Yeah.
but I just love to watch like people from the north side squirm.
Oh, I know.
We'll have to drive. Like, yeah, you will. Like everybody else in Illinois always has to drive to you all the time.
This is true.
Everything
Find
is up
someone
north.
that loves you as much as Jay loves shitting on north side people that have to drive south.
I'm just tired of hearing it.
I know.
Like, there's a bunch of concerts I want to go to. Evanston Space. Evanston's like 2 hours from me. Did I choose to live where I live? Yes, I did. I'm happy with where I live. But for me to find entertainment, I have to go far.
Yeah.
Guess what? You can do it 9 times a year.
Right.
You'll be okay. Piss babies. All right. Next, we have Steve says, "Hey, Jay and Rick. This is Steve in Philly. Listened to your latest episode the other day, and I'm so glad you finally made it to Johnny's Beef. While I'm in Philly now, I grew up in Arlington Heights, Bears, and they opened a second Johnny's Beef location there in like 2003. It's one of the restaurants I always try to hit up when I'm back in town. I've got my food ordered down to 3 words: beef, hot, fries. The beefs are so good, I rarely order an Italian beef from anywhere else. Oh, and they accept credit card at the Arlington Heights location. One more thing I want to share is that my last 2 trips to an Aldi's out here, I found Gino's East deep dish pizzas and frozen bone of beef. The pizza was pretty good for a frozen deep dish. I've yet to cook the beef, but I'm sure it's better than homemade Italian beef I make in a slow cooker. I don't know about that, but that Bona stuff is actually pretty good. Like
It is.
it's basically like a frozen lump of beef and gravy.
Right.
Let it thaw out, and you just put it in a pan and just cook it. It's the easiest thing in the world.
I assume it's like a higher quality version of what Arby's does.
No, it is like it. So Arby's, from what I understand about Arby's, and correct us if we're wrong. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. Yeah, that's what you get for laughing at me, Dick. Yeah, cough it up. Let's all watch Rick choke to death.
That's
You okay?
Yeah, I haven't had a coughing fit like that in a minute.
That's wrong pipe. That was the wrong pipe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let us know. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. But from what I understand, isn't Arby's like liquid and then it solidifies and they slice it?
Oh, is it?
I feel like I've seen that TikTok. Who knows if it's true?
Right.
But this is like, you can get that. I've seen this at Meijer too. It comes in like a plastic, like a Dunkin' bucket. And it's basically just a frozen mass of sliced Italian beef in gravy. So then you got to either thaw it or you just put the frozen block in a pan or a pot and let it melt. And then just all you're doing is warming it up. It's delicious. It totally works.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So don't hesitate to get that. All right. That's it for the Ask-A-Fats. So I think we're good. We do have a voicemail that, because I forgot to do this before the show, I did not download, but I can try to read it.
Okay.
This is John in Wheaton, who used to be John in Streamwood. Rick knows I'm the man with the fattest voice in the history of mankind. I was on my way home from a Chicago Mustangs soccer game, and I stopped in a drive-thru because I realized I was hungry on the way home and went to Sonic, which is next to the place I actually wanted to go, Franco's Deli.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I can't read this because it's a transcription. We'll get to it next week. Sorry,
Sounds
John.
good.
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll get to it next week. Trying to read a transcription is not good.
No, it's not.
It's not always accurate. You might be surprised.
What?
I know. All right. Put a bow on this one.
All right. Follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. Check out Spotify where you can listen. You can even watch episodes of the podcast. Go to I'mFatMerch.com.
Coming soon to Apple, by the way. Video.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Don't know when, but soon.
All right. I'mFatMerch.com. We have lots of designs. A lot of them are really good. So get them on a shirt, get them on a mug, get them on whatever item that you wish that they offer on TeePublic. You should do that. Or even if you don't want our stuff but you want other people's stuff on TeePublic, still use our link because then we get a little bit of a kickback from there. If we've learned anything in the last year plus, it's kickbacks are the way to go. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe, like each video, and then hey, tomorrow, if you've watched us live, thank you. Just throw an old episode or even this one again in the background, put it on mute, and just let the feed roll all day. Because we need those hours consumed, because consumption is great. And then subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Leave the old 5-star rating and review, and check out our sponsors, Mazda of Orland Park, Fredo's Culinary Kitchen, and Nick and Ivy Brewing. For Jay, I'm Rick. The Selection Show is next episode.
Sunday the 15th.
Yes. And this is the I'm Fat Podcast.
Stay clear of the breakfast burritos. Too much of the chilaquiles.
All right.